Good morning. It's Monday, June 30th, and that means two things. The Robertson screw is just the better screw, guys. I don't know what to tell you. It's also time for the lighting industry news brief brought to you by Keystone Tech and their exit signs and emergency units. They have something that suits your needs. They have red letters, green letters, white or black housings, edge lit options, emergency units that come in square and round styles, different lumen outputs, and you can buy combo packs. So you can find what you need at KeystoneTech.com, or you can use the link in the description if you please. Let's get into the news, because Axis has bought Picasso. No details on the manufacturer merger between Quebec and New Jersey groups. The NAED has endorsed the VET Act. This is a new federal program that will subsidize trades careers training for former armed service veterans. U.S. Poll has changed its name. They are now working as U.S. Outdoor Lighting. We have a new Senate bill threatening energy incentives with tax incentives under the gun yet again. U.S. DOE is seeking for public input on minerals with a new request for information related to neodymium, cobalt, electrical steel, lithium, and gallium. You can submit, if you feel like it, right now. On the tariff tracker, Philips will be raising prices across the Hue product line, specifically citing tariff issues. No word on the budget brand Wiz. BRT LED is expanding their factory in Vietnam. They make strip lighting. And the U.S. abruptly ended trade talks with Canada, specifically over tech taxes and dairy quotas, but that will affect aluminum and steel as well. MCA has bought a defunct fossil industries facility with the Pennsylvania space, now working to support Boss Lighting. The Global Lighting Association has offered 4 new guidance docs. We have guidance for mercury-related fluorescent lamp regulations, a a specific fact sheet on PFAs in lighting products, a white paper on PFAs in lighting products, and a mandatory electrical safety standard to govern PFAs, so-called forever chemicals in lighting products. We have an update on Signify's share buyback with over 200,000 shares bought by the board at roughly 22.5 euros per share this week. Acuity has announced a new dividend of 17 cents per share. Dialight's CFO has bought into the company with 13,751 shares bought last week. We have the full year at Orion showing that margins are up 25% and revenues are at $79 million. Q1 at Hayward shows revenues at $228 million. Eaton has mitigated their labor issues with a new report identifying a skill gap issue that they are solving. Lone Star is shifting their Houston, Texas space. Their new spot will still be in Houston. It'll just be a larger space. It's a 114,000 square foot building. Aztec is expanding 2 ways. The Sonepar company is adding more space in Cambridge, Ontario, and also opening a new branch in Stony Creek, Ontario. Schneider Electric has named Sustainability Impact Award winners with the 3rd annual awards for Canadian projects that are outstanding in efficiency, leadership, and or innovation. Indochina Light has celebrated their 50,000th product. They're Vietnamese-based and operating out of Wisconsin. They're enjoying that little milestone, though. Lightovation named their showrooms of the year with 6 winners named. StandPro has donated new lighting to a Toronto food bank with 620 new bulbs and tubes for the Haven on the Queensway. In rep agency update, Ideal has named Inraltech as their reps for Central and Southwest Ontario. In legal news, ETI is seeking an extension from Signify in their settlement talks. No word on a judge yet. In events and webinars, we have Reg open for ArcLight. That's in September 16th and 17th. You can now register as an attendee. Signify will be back at Light and Building 26. They skipped the last one. You can now apply to speak at Leducation 26. Those submissions are open until the 15th of September. And we have a webinar hosted by the IES on the 16th of July. This is Networked Lighting Controls for Small or Medium Buildings. In IoT news, Siemens Canada will be shutting down their facility in Peterborough and moving it all to Concord, still in Ontario. Sonepar has bought JAV Automation Industrielle. This is an industrial automation distro in Brazil. No details disclosed. Slipstream will be expanding their lighting controls program. This is a new 17-part course funded by the Department of Defense. 3/4 of building systems are exposed to cyber risks. This is a new study from Clarity, spotting 500,000 BMS devices that just aren't ready for any sort of attack, like my computer, for example. In the Netherlands, the national utility is offering free energy to Samsung SmartThings owners. You can run your washing machine for free for a few months if you actually connect it to the app. We have an update from Skykes with new products, a new project in Miami, and new rounds of funding. Singtel has crossed wires and borders with a new cloud service covering 5 continents. Leviton is expanding the GreenMax DRC lighting control system with touchscreens. An outage at Sengled has left homeowners in the dark-ish. This was a cloud outage, and a bunch of smart home functions were completely cut. You could just use the physical switch. That was all you could really do. And Nemo KG has debuted the Internet of Cheese. That's right, a Dutch dairy has debuted a new custom support system for their cheese aging facilities. In R&D, we have a new perovskite superlattice offering direct luminescence, which is also going to offer new options for tuning colors. We have a new metric on color rendition. This will be called color rendition variability. This is a new test and new results from the Pacific Northwest National Labs. We have new multispectral LEDs tested for non-visual effects by the China National Institute of Standardization. And we have a French research team developing an option for detecting biomolecules with very, 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 very small, like nanoscale self-lighting chips. On the dark side of things, the largest camera ever built just took its first photos. This is in Argentina, and light pollution might actually ruin the whole effort in just a few years. The KAIST in Korea just cut light pollution with smart windows. We have a new database for chronomedicine. Des Moines University is examining sleep in surgical suites. Melatonin supplements are good for neurodegenerative diseases. Circadian rhythm has been linked with leukemia. Mohammed VU is testing sleep quality in ICU patients. We have Plan B issuing their policy agenda for light pollution. We have a study from Leeds in the UK that shows that there is no change in crime rates after switching to LED. We also have a study from Yorkshire in the UK that does show that, more property crime does happen at night in general. The Embry-Riddle researcher team has begun exploring the balance between space innovation and darkness preservation, especially when it comes to low orbit satellites. We have a new study from the Nihon University School of Medicine that links sleep habits, dreams, and stress. We have a study that shows that timed dim light at night is better than total darkness at night for circadian rhythms of zebra finches. Mammals that live near people, or are finding themselves living near people as where people live just gets bigger, they're becoming more nocturnal because they don't want to hang around with people. I feel you, mammals. I feel you. Is your skincare routine messing with your sleep? We have a look at what the federal forests that are for sale against a light pollution map. We have a study that shows that sea anemones do not care for light pollution either. In a not sponsored segment, we will point out that Uncon is expanding their turtle-safe product line. Garden City, Idaho has passed new lighting rules for along the river. Grass Valley, Nevada is debating shielded lighting regs. Rangeley, Maine is debating an entire dark sky project. We have a new trail in Fairfax City, Virginia using shielded fixtures. Truckee, Nevada and Nevada City, California are holding a night photography contest. Bluff, Utah has secured dark sky status. Oaks Park, Oregon thrill rides are sparking a debate about light pollution at their nearby wildlife refuge. Clarkdale, Arizona's are protesting LED projects. Samburu, Kenya is home to a new hotel that is offering an astrotourism package. And urban Indians, which is to say the people that live in cities in India, are raising alarms over light pollution. In horticultural news, Thailand will be limiting legal cannabis use to those with a doctor's note, which is bad for cannabis farmers overall. Berries may start to beat microgreens in terms of vertical farming, especially according to investors. Michelin star restaurants are beginning to insist on growing conditions. So if you are growing microgreens vertically, be ready to hear about it from a chef. And we have a new project to grow tea in space. In recommended reading, all these links are on nailed.org and more. Lightovation has a report on multifamily housing. MEDI might not be the right measure for circadian entrainment in light bulbs. We have a new lighting for campus safety study. We have tariff engineering. It's not like lying on your taxes, but big businesses are doing it in public. Multifamily housing is driving showroom sales. Color and e-paper in lighting might become a thing. We have a new study on how to integrate lighting and HVAC controls. We have channel letters, dimensional letters, and what you need to know about how they're different and how to put lights in them. We have how to diagnose outdoor lighting issues, how to avoid decision fatigue by making circadian rhythm the only reason why you answer emails 4 times a day, and do you need this LED stand for your vinyl records? No, they should be in a sleeve. That's just how it works. That's why they give you the sleeve. Come on, guys. In local news, New York and New Jersey are launching new business rebates. Toronto, Ontario, and the province of Ontario are feuding over energy standards for new buildings. Rhode Island has announced new incentives for energy jobs, and Maryland has set new building energy standards. In Massachusetts, we have a new set of lighting rules for timeout rooms. These are solitary confinement for middle school kids. They call them timeout rooms, but it's solitary confinement for middle school kids. Developers in Mount Forest, Ontario insist that paying for street lighting is a bridge too far, apparently. The St. Landry Parish of Louisiana has secured new infrastructure grants. Brandywine, Delaware schools have secured new grants for efficiency and energy. Santa Clarita, California cannot pay for infrastructure because of federal funding and tariff changes. Walla Walla, Washington has secured state funds for infrastructure projects. Residents of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the good land, celebrate the conclusion of their lighting projects on the streets and on the exterior walls of the city buildings. Timmins, Ontario's mayor stormed out of a city council meeting over park lighting plans. Park lighting plans. This is actually not about lighting. It is about how cricket fields are a proxy for racial tensions in the region. In Thunder Bay, Ontario, we are seeking donations to expand regional food bank distribution association spaces, specifically to improve lighting. Las Vegas, Nevada Highway, they have lights that just keep flashing on and off, and that's not on purpose. We have a new purple streetlight, folks. We have the flashing light, not the purple light. Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario schools have scored new funding for lighting upgrades. Edson, Alberta is expanding their budget for business security rebates. A Wisconsin ski hill will be reopening after 11 years this fall, in part because of new lighting. Moravia, Iowa is celebrating new pickle court lighting with a tournament of pickleball. Plano, Oklahoma is offering a $300,000 grant to improve a strip mall. Just one strip mall. Just one. In sports news, the Arizona's state government is paying for upgrades at Chase Field, and First Ontario Place has completed renovations, including selling the naming rights to TD Bank. In People News, we have a recap of People Moves from Inside Lighting. Chris Wemmert is now the CFO at FSG. We have a new board at the NAED. We have a new president and board and officers at ASHRAE. NEMA has named Patrick Hughes as their Senior VP of Strategy, Technical, and Industry Affairs. Serge LeBlanc has been named officially President of SoundPar Canada. Gantry has picked Philip Raub as their VP of Sales and Marketing. Kenny Espinoza will be now the Business Development Manager at Rob Roy. Speaking of Rob Roy, they have also picked Mike Fisher as their Application Specialist, and Kevin Hauser and Chip Israel were honored by the IES for their work. In things that are weird, Gigabyte PC components, specifically the firmware that controls the RGB lighting, is bricking your entire motherboard. This feels a lot better than my flashy blue keyboard getting me hacked last month. You can make coffee with some very expensive glassware and a very high-power halogen lamp. We have LoRaWAN for smart composting. That's right, the Internet of Compost is coming to your home if you want to make it. And TikTokers are beginning to turn on their salt lamps in the sense that they don't like them anymore and they don't like the maintenance and they're not sure they're doing anything. Because a lot of things can go wrong with a Himalayan salt lamp. Anyway, I've been Scott Wachter. I want to thank you for your time, your attention. Please leave a rating. Please leave a review. Otherwise, visit nailed.org. Visit any of our sponsors. I will see you next week. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the music.
I need the antidote to save me from a prying world. I need some closure on the pain I feel. Bottled up inside, in my mind it hides. I'm waiting to find peace and given time. In hope I reside. Still I walk this line. I will redefine. I'll reclaim my mind. I'm not destined to be in permanent misery. I'm more than what they think. I'm just building up my strength. I'm not destined to be in permanent misery. I'm more than what they say. I'm growing stronger every day. I need the very care to save me from the thoughts that swirl. I need some closure on the pain I feel. Bottled up inside, in my mind it hides. I'm waiting to find peace and given time. In hope I reside. Still I walk this line. I will redefine. I'll reclaim my mind. I'm not destined to be in permanent misery.